And we are here in the Zatanna, Zatanna arc. Or as more than half of the fandom will say, fucking finally! People have been begging for oh my god, for a Zatanna arc for only God knows how long. What's this here? Wait, that's her. Her outfit has just been getting sluttier and sluttier over the years, and we are not complaining in this household. I'm just trying to power through the depression while I still had a little bit of energy by the end of the last video. I'm like, yes, let's get into it. But before I forget, please remember to like the video to help it spread so more people from the community can know that there is somebody reviewing Young Justice, because I swear I think I'm the only one. Okay, Young Justice. Odnu. I think it was undo in reverse. I really wanted to go out or whatever, like find all the clips of Zatanna talking and play it backwards because that's just her power. It's just really cool. So yeah, we're reviewing the 9th episode and it's magic. Some people really like this character, saying, oh, we don't see a lot of magical boys. And I'm like, exactly. Why do you think I'm obsessed with Adrian Agreste? But Zatanna is teaching her pupils, which is really cute, and I don't know anybody here. I barely know Zatanna, so this is just all new information to me, even though she looks very familiar, but this is a comic book. They all look familiar. Why does she look like Wonder Woman's daughter? So Zatanna is basically giving some constructive criticism, and the kids think it's the end of the world, and it's like, I'm just telling you guys things, and they are just... I don't know, she wasn't that harsh, but at the same time, watching it back is like, yeah, she kind of went into them, and I think the kids would think, oh, I thought I did my best, but I wasn't good. She was like, you got a B+, and I'm like, B+, that's a fucking pass, hooray! There was this scene, I need to play it. Oh yeah, lots of light and chaos, whatever. I think I was gonna say, are the arcs gonna play how their title cards play? But then, if I remember correctly, Dick and Calder have the first scenes, and they are nowhere to be seen here. But if you think about it, past seasons, I think there's a whole season where Dick is the main character. Where are you? Stop hiding from me. I think it's here.
Watch that magic. You too, Khalid.
Actually, I prefer Khalid, like in the back of the throat.
Khalid?
Oh my god.
Pretty close.
Oh my god, you guys have no idea how much this shit means to me. I recently just kind of like forced Jay to watch it because he's not a Young Justice fan, and I'm like, impossible, you're dating me. So I played all the episodes for him, and after the end scene where Halo is talking about Islam, and then here he's saying Khalid, like they actually presented Khalid and they said his name, and I was like, oh, and then he paused to say, I actually is Khalid from the back of the throat, and he was like, there has to be Muslims on this team. They're doing a really good job. And I'm like, I fucking know. Oh my god. To just see things that happen to us. Do you have any idea how there is zero Muslim representation on screen? And to see someone say, oh, Khalid, then he's like, oh no, Khalid. And I've had that situation where I tried to pronounce that name and they said, no, it's from the back of the throat. I cannot describe to you. I actually cannot describe to you. It's such a weird feeling. I've never given a shit about representation before, whether there was a female, a black character, or whatever. I never cared. But the idea of Islam or Arabic or Muslim or any kind of things like that on screens floods my body with dopamine. The serotonin. Fuck. And so, like I said in my last video, it really pains me when people go, oh, the wokeism, oh, the representation, oh, the season is bad. It's like, you know what? Now I understand how people feel when a black character is introduced and they're like, oh, they're just ham-fisting it in. But in this case, this isn't ham-fisted. This is how conversations go for us. Oh my... This episode is about a lot of chaos being born and... Things that are about to go down. A wave is felt all over the earth, and we get to see hints of Beast Boy's depression. Oh man, I don't want to talk about this. Anyway, Vandal Savage met Klarion a while ago and found out he was kind of asinine. Klarion found out about this mystic stuff. He's even telling his cat to explain it to them. The cat just goes meow. Everyone here, even Lex Luthor, is like, fucking child. Looking at him like this, it's like, yeah, I think I did a good choice making him like a pseudo love interest for Kara in my fanfic. Don't judge me. She has a very good reason of dating him. As I like to tell the readers there who are screaming at my girl, don't judge her. The baldness works for him. Anyway, so they feel the magical energy. Zatanna is like, you're my best students. They're like, we're your only students. She's like, still the best. I'm like, that's something I would say. Yeah, you're the only ones, but you're the best. Just kind of giving them some hope. We go to Dr. Fate, who felt the disturbance. We go to whatever. This is a Hellboy knockoff. Jay says Hellboy mixed with Beast from X-Men. I'm like, oh, you are right. No idea who he is, but I'm pretty sure comic book fans are foaming at the mouth. So I don't know what the League of Shadows are doing. Well, they just explained it. They're kind of experimenting on metahumans willingly, and I'm like, please, 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 somebody save my boy Brion. He needs to be saved. Vandal created a village full of metahumans in like 12,000 years ago, but Klarion slayed all of them, and I'm like, damn, do they not have coordination? Because they're trying to say Klarion is the ultimate form of chaos and he just toys with people, but then in season 1 he was outwitted by children. Remember the whole Shazam thing where Billy Baxter was transforming between one form to the other to talk to the kids and the humans, because he kind of separated the humans from he separated humans and adults from different planes. I'm just remembering the scene where adults were falling from planes, like people died. Just imagine somebody like flying a plane and that happened. I think it was the whole world, or it was just the United States. I think it was after season 1 that a lot of the big bad villains got together, or they were always together. I don't know who this is, but I guess a lot of teens are living here, and this is just disgusting. So it's kind of, how does it then, with like a lot of teenagers, let milk go rotten? Anyway, she's cleaning it out because they say, oh, Beast Boy looks really tired. Like the guy hasn't slept, even though he's not going on mission, he's not doing his chores, he's still tired. And it shows that, yeah, he's just awake, and that's just terrifying. You just lie down awake and conscious and just not sleep. And like, bitch, you do the same thing, but whereas you're different, I'm always on my phone. I cannot allow myself to be bored. Remember that Bo Burnham thing where they said how does it go? Apathy is a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Really, whatever. Boredom is a crime. For me, I cannot be bored. So even if I'm in the deepest pits of my depression, I'm doing something. Whether it's watching YouTube videos for an unhealthy amount of hours, or reading webtoons, or playing mobile games, I cannot be bored. But I can understand. This is not me disavowing or dissuading, or I'm trying to use a fancy word. This is not me like making little of Beast Boy's depression. They get on a merry-go-round. They go, as she says, Mary Poppins. Khalid, okay, I'm gonna stop. Khalid is asking, hey, what does she mean by a still thinking like a superhero? And apparently she used to be Shazam, or 1/3 of Shazam. And then I'm like, wait. Isn't it an alternate timeline where it's like 5 kids make Shazam? But then I remember the Shazam movie, but then each of them was their own hero. But then did more heroes come with the power of Shazam? Because I remember there's one where, multiple people can turn into him. I remember Injustice where Superman killed him and it turns out to be 5 kids in a trench coat. I don't know, but apparently she had to give it up because she was too young. But then she found out she had like magical abilities. Then we have the bad luck girl, and then we have him, which everybody in the comments are screaming that he is Dr. Fate's, like the original, the person who was Dr. Fate. I don't know. He is his grandson. They mentioned him in the episode when they went to Lady Xanadu. There are a lot of names in this show that start with an X. Pronunciation is all over the place. They almost hit a school bus. Oh my god, where the fuck is that? And one of them says,
That was amazing! You know, except for the part where we nearly hit a bus.
Why is the school bus out at this time of night anyway?
Buses happen.
I love cartoons so much. Also, I love how his nose is drawn. Okay, I'm gonna stop simping for Khalid, a Muslim boy who does magic. But then again, TVC, not everybody with a Muslim name is a Muslim. But then again, Halo. But then again, her name is Gabrielle, and Gabrielle is not Muslim. Focus! They're in front of a church. Khalid is gonna burst into flames. Oh wait, I think it's Jews that burst into flames. I've never heard of anything like that from like Muslims. But I think it was a joke from Big Bang where, what's his name? Howard. Yes, Howard. Where they were in a church and he said he was afraid of spontaneously combusting. I don't know why people don't like Big Bang. They have a lot of funny jokes. So they go to Madame Xanadu to find out what the energy signature is, and she was the person in season 1 where Artemis and Zatanna went to after Artemis found out that Connor and Megan were dating, and I think she was the one that told them about like secrets, but back then they said she was a sham, but then she found out the truth and then sought to be what she said she was, or she was already a truth seer even back then. Anyway, we jump back to Klarion, and the most horrifying thing happens where that's him killing Vandal's not the horrifying thing. He kills Vandal and then proceeds to kill him for 300 days and 300 nights, which is basically an entire year. He has been murdering the same person for a year. I thought this boy hated being bored. And also Vandal, this is the problem with immortality. Didn't something like that happen in Heroes, where they'll just take you and chuck you down, like wrap you in balls and chuck you in the ocean or throw you somewhere where you can just be suffocating for eternity. So Vandal just proves he cannot be killed. And then that's one thing I hate about immortality, just throwing me in a ditch or literally just like getting cement and then putting me in there with like weight balls, metal chain, big balls things. Why am I saying balls so much? And I can't get out of the cement, and the cement freezes over or thickens over with me stuck inside. That is my worst nightmare. But regardless, Vandal keeps getting tortured by Klarion, and they're like, oh no, he's something elemental, fundamental. And I'm like, why didn't they say any of this back in season 1? Anyway, we just thought of him as a demon boy, but a new demon is born, and she creates a thing. She takes the form of a child. People complaining or saying, why do these ancient beings like taking form of children? But then again, another person say, well, it increases the creep factor. And somebody gives her the name Child. Well, not even the name, he just called her a child. She takes the name on herself. We see the scene from the trailer.
And what is that? Here.
Darling.
Child, what you doing in here?
No, that accent. Is that
And what
Orlando?
is that?
No, New York.
Child. I like it.
Yeah. So then she tells the thing to reward him properly. I think he can move his expressions. I don't know why I'm using my fingers to point. You can't see me. She changes his expression because she clearly gave him a smile. But after this point, all you see is a frown. See? But anyway, she rewards him, and people are like, what kind of reward is that? They said it's a lot of chaos. Their rewards are different. Somebody saying, no, they're just literally chaotic. She wants to know what we look like on the inside. Mother, Den, whatever, I don't know their name. Beast Boy called him BD. So there's several combinations. Bad Dad, Boiler, what starts with what connotation with hell starts with a B? I know the D can stand for demon. Boy devil? I'm pretty sure somebody tell me in the comments. So Beast Boy, you can see him.
Official den mother gig, like.
Cool.
No, not here. He
Sure.
pulls himself up. He just puts on a smile to talk to him. They're asking him, are you alright? He's like, yeah, I'm good. Then boom. It's like, do people not really? Well, props to the show for showing the signs of depression and how people just feel, okay, there's nothing I can do. Because again, rewatching the show, when I showed Jay all the episodes, it was shown how when one of the people from the future was, I think her name was Saturn, was fixing Beast Boy's mind, she said, I'm just fixing the psychic wound, but you're still emotionally and mentally traumatized, or physically or something, and you need to take care of that. Which I'm pretty sure went over a lot of people's heads. So many people are saying, can we stop cutting to depressed Beast Boy? Because he's not even a B plot, he's a C plot. He's just shown for seconds. So Madame Xanadu is basically just blowing people's mind. Oh, the amethyst crystals. Khalid hears music, says where it's from. She said, oh, it's in New Orleans. Yeah, yes. And apparently she's based in New Orleans, but all her doors lead to different places in the world. And I'm like, we just see like 2 doors, maybe 3. So she uses her magic to exposition herself, which again, Khalid hears, I think his
An
granddad.
encounter with Kent Nelson and Abracadabra inspired her to become what she had long claimed to be.
Yeah, Kent Nelson or something.
Kent Nelson?
Yeah, maybe that's his granddad or whatever, but I don't know how a Kent Nelson can have a Khalid for a grandson, but we love to see it. We love the diversification, the mixed racing, the mixed marriages, what do they call it? Biracial relationships and marriage and children. So Madame Xanadu portals them to where the chaos is, and I love this line.
Ahem. Whoops. Sorry. Yenam know it all that.
Really?
Favors don't keep the lights on.
Yeah, I love that line, but that wasn't even the one I was looking for. I think this is the line I was looking for.
Thank you, Nimue.
Of course. Now please be careful, Z. I haven't felt a chaotic energy like that in this lifetime.
Yeah, it was like, oh no. Because again, Klarion, or the demon devil witch boy, whatever, was the last one they encountered, which was 12,000 years ago. And then we see this, which is like, God fucking damn it. And then she put it on display. Not only did she tear everything apart, she teared it apart as well to see everything. And then not only that, she broke the skull open to see what's inside the skull. Why didn't she just mash the brains as well? Oh my god, I'm surprised everyone was keeping their shit together. Then we cut back to, you know what, all this cutting kind of, I'm gonna say it's well, as a reviewer, it kind of pauses my review, but I guess story-wise, whatever. Killing him for 300 days, 300 nights, and the boy, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to get into it. I'm so bored. Oh my god. Vandal just says, hey, can you stop? The boy's like, why? And he just says, come back in 1,000 years, you'll see why. Because Vandal is trying to save his offspring. And I'm like, did these bastards literally just stand there for 300 days and 300 nights watching him get murdered? That's a year. And did this pile of bodies literally stay here for 300 days and 300 nights? They would also be decomposing. I shouldn't be getting this into animation, but that part was just stupid. You could have even just said 30 days, or for 3 days, he murdered him 100 different ways. Literally, 100 ways per day. I can believe it. But, whatever. Somebody also pointed out, I'm sorry when I'm saying somebody, but I like reading comments and I like saying what people said because I don't want to use someone's idea as my own, and I want you guys to know the general perspective and opinions of the fandom. I'm just a mouthpiece. So somebody said that whenever Vandal meets a threat he cannot defeat, he always tells them to come back later. That's what they did for why was I gonna say Thanos? That's what they did for Apocalypse. What the hell is his name? Damn it. Oh no, I can't remember his name. Darkseid. That's what he did with Darkseid, where he said, hey, go come back. Now he did it with Klarion, go come back in 1,000 years. So I'm like, is it 1,000 years already? Because they're kind of saying Klarion hadn't come back to collect the debt. But if it's been 1,000 years, if it's been 12, they said 12 millennia ago, which is 12,000 years. So he's already come back. But then he said come back in Atlantis or something. So, oh no. Huh. Was Klarion the reason why Atlantis sank? Remember when, I think was it season 1 or season 2, where they caught Vandal and they sentenced him to, was it 100 consecutive lifetimes in prison or 1,000 or something like that? And I'm like, he could realistically live it all out. But because I don't think they knew he was immortal, or they knew, but they don't really understand the concept of immortality. And imagine being trapped in a cell for thousands of years. Just kill me. You can't. That's even the annoying part. I wonder what even happened. I think he just got freed and now he's just living on the run. Anyway, the heroes meet Klarion and he's like, yeah, you're all gonna die today. And I remember people saying Zatanna could barely hold her own against him, but now she's kind of like able to fight, or she can hold her own against him, where before he wipes the floor with her. Before, whenever Klarion was introduced, they needed Dr. Fate. Then we cut back to Beast Boy buying sleeping pills, which again is the thing that people didn't like. They say, stop going to his depression. And I'm like, shut up. Oh wow, I'm hungry. I hope you can hear that on the bike. I barely ever hear my stomach. So when it actually makes a sound, it's serious. Because I have ulcer and I'm a grade A person at ignoring my hunger. So I gotta finish this up quickly. The kids are fighting back. Klarion is trying to use the poor little boy. Yeah, fuck you. The fight is not as good as last episode's own, but again, that's like the end of the Artemis arc. Even the end of the Megan arc was kind of good. Again, more women central to the plot, but I'm surprised this time nobody complained. And all we see is women. Maybe Khalid being there. I said I'm gonna stop, but I can't stop. Maybe Khalid being there is the reason why they're not complaining because there's kind of like a male in one of the main central casts. So the little girl goes to see his face is a frown again. The little girl goes to the place where I believe Klarion did that thing in season 1 where separating the adults. Saying it tastes like disappointment. Jay telling me that she's probably his sister or something. They go for the cat. Here's the thing. Her anchor to the mortal plane is a giant rock which you can't miss and people can attack. But his anchor to the mortal plane is whatever the fuck this. Why would you choose a cat as your anchor? And a sassy cat at that. Was the cat alive and then he imbued it with the magical powers and then the cat is just living with him for eternity? Or did he manifest the cat like she manifested the rock? But because the rock doesn't have a mouth, it can't clap back, so to say. I really hope this is not just an average cat that he turned evil. That's so sad. Let it just be something that he created or something that took the form of a cat. Because I think it was even said that this is not a cat or no ordinary cat. This is like a demon or something. And it's just like the thing that helps him have an anchor to the mortal plane. Seeing her get one made more sense. So I think she summons him or something. He was about to kill them, which like you gotta love superhero things where it's literally in the nick of time, something just saves them. But then again, Connor died, so it doesn't always work out. The cat's sassing him again. Anything to piss off the villains. I think that her familiar is a lizard, because even at the start of the episode, he was doing that thing, flicking its tail at her and stuff. He comes to meet her, and it's
Thus, the threat of the Chaos Lord was delayed.
They're eyeliners. My goodness. He's smiling again.
Lord was delayed.
Fuck. This is terrifying. I love it, but it's terrifying. What are they gonna do?
Dismissed.
Can there only be one Chaos Lord on Earth?
Yet in that moment.
Because of that, now there has to be another Order Lord created, because there was only the Chaos Crystal just floated down and we didn't see anyone, because it's like a balancing act. So you know what, we're gonna see it. But if it's a balancing act, both the Chaos and the Order should have come out at the same time. Then the person narrating this,
You tell me what I already know.
yeah,
To remind you of what must not be forgotten.
when he said that, I was like, okay, is he talking about his deal with Clarion?
Damn you and your enigmatic musings. For once, say what you came here to say.
People saying, you know, something is creepy or mysterious when he even like confuses Vandal Savage. And comic book fans some people were losing their shit over this guy. Apparently he's somebody that was cursed to walk the earth for eternity and to record all of Earth's history. But that means when the earth inevitably implodes or gets consumed by the heat death of the sun, he's gonna die. So whatever, he was aware of all this, and I'm like Vandal saying, why are you telling me what I know? He said, so you don't forget. And then these bastards are just sitting here listening to Beast Boy's TV commercial. I'm like, what the fuck? Go back to the future and get Connor, you idiots. Where's the beetle girl? No, he's the beetle. Where's the other girl? Hello? Maybe she's back in the future looking after Connor. Who knows? But why are they here? I thought the big thing that they were trying to avoid was Connor's death. Because if it wasn't Connor's death, then why the fuck were they on Mars? Even the girl was like, you know, we're here to avoid the big thing. And the girl was like, yeah, the history books never mentioned. Maybe you always helped in terms of like helping Beast Boy. So what the fuck? When I showed this to Jay, he was kind of like, I think he thought he was piecing things together. I think he didn't tell me, I'm just assuming. I think he thinks this is like Megan and Connor's offspring. But I haven't told him that, and it's in the very distant future, I think the year 2000, where people have intermingled. But I think he's kind of onto something, even though, again, he didn't tell me. I'm just reading his mind. Because I think she can fly and she can read minds. And then she has that Kryptonian physique. She really looks like Supergirl. And this Bug Boy too, and that other girl too. So again, species have mixed and mingled to the point that I'm even surprised there's a white girl, conventional white girl, still present 3,000 years from now. I'm gonna end the review here. I'm gonna go try and look for food. Again, please like the video so more Young Justice fans can see it, so we can all like talk and mingle in the comments. Let me know what you think about the representation. I know I mentioned that in the last video, but again, what do you think? I'm really happy with what they're doing so far, but I feel like I'm not supposed to be happy. I'm supposed to go, harumph. Where are all the male white leads that Young Justice is known for? This season is really dropping the ball with all these females and aliens and Islamic allegory and non-Christian beliefs and values. I think there's probably some Jewish things here. Yeah, I think when we went to Mars. But again, I don't know. I'm not making fun of anybody. If you don't like the season for valid reasons, let me know. I just want to know. Stop judging me for liking things. Yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being myself. I'm cringe. I know. But I love you for being here, and I love you for watching the video and for sticking by my madness and weirdness through everything, thick and thin. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you very so much for clicking to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. But with that being said, this is TVC. Signing out.